Linda Melton Morse loved her family more than the game of golf. She was an outstanding player and one of the longest hitters in state history, but Linda considered golf a hobby rather than something that would take her away from her husband and children. As Linda and her brother Alan grew up in Oklahoma City, her parents L.D. and Nellie Melton marveled at their daughter's athletic prowess, and they were most pleased their little girl would grow up to love a husband and 3 children, and oh yes, win 4 state amateur championships. Linda left us too soon. She died in May of 1988 at the age of 50 from cancer. Linda had a feel for the game before she became a teenager. She took up the game at the age of 12. When the Meltons bought a membership at Twin Hills Country Club, Linda became the pupil of head pro Jimmy Gaunt. It was under his guidance Linda's game was elevated. Linda said of Mr. Gaunt, "He was a fine teacher, and he, more than anyone else, got me to believing I could hit a golf ball good enough to win." Linda played in her first tournament in 1951 at the age of 14. She did not win, but the stage was set for a young lady from Oklahoma City to become a force in women's golf in our state. As a student at Classen High School, Linda won the state high school championship 3 years in a row, 1952, 53, and 54. Golf can reveal a player's character. In the finals of the State Junior Girls Championship in 1954, Linda could have won the event on a disqualification when it was discovered Betsy Cullen, through no fault of her own, had an extra club in her bag. Linda refused Betsy's offer and insisted the match continue. Betsy beat Linda 3-1. Because of her talent, Linda was invited to play in tournaments all over the state. She played with legends like Babe Zaharias, Patty Berg, Betsy Rawls, Mickey Wright, and many others. It was these experiences that further inspired Linda to master the game of golf. Linda was described as a strong, confident, and relaxed player with a beautiful golf swing. Linda not only beat her opponents, she demoralized them. Linda could hit a golf ball farther than any woman in the state. She loved to see how far she could drive a golf ball. Linda ultimately chose to have a family over a career in golf. She met Bill Morse in Tulsa in 1958. They married in December of 1959. Linda and Bill had 3 children, Mark, Lynn, and Jennifer. Linda won the Women's State Amateur Championship in 1962, 64, 66, and 74. After her win in 1962, Linda's 2-year-old son, Mark, fit nicely in the trophy. In 1963, Linda did not play in the state championship. She gave birth to daughter Lynn. She did not play in the 65 tournament to give birth to daughter Jennifer. A pattern was developing. Win a tournament, have a baby. Win a tournament, have a baby. After winning in 1966, Linda had back surgery and missed the 67 event. After winning in 74, Linda had a combination of health problems and kept the streak intact of never being able to defend her title. Many say Linda could have been Oklahoma's best female player ever and would have been a successful professional player. She simply didn't want to. Her family was more important. One of her greatest thrills was playing in the 1981 State Amateur with her 17-year-old daughter, Lynn. Linda was a graduate of Oklahoma State and will always be linked to the university through the game of golf. In 1988, a prestigious $30,000 endowed scholarship was established by her family in her name. The scholarship supports the women's golf program at OSU. Linda was an outstanding player, but more importantly, an outstanding person, kind and caring. Linda was a wonderful daughter and a loving mother who placed her family's needs ahead of her own. Perhaps her father's words say it best. So now, as Linda's short life ends and as we sorrowfully say goodbye, no matter who she's playing with or where the links may lie, may all her shots sail high and far and true, just as they always did when playing with the rest of you. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the children of Hall of Famer Linda Melton Morse, Mark, Lynn, and Jennifer.